Hello students, I hope you all are good. I welcome you again to the video class of St. Joseph's Academy. Today we will revise chapter number 2, The Royal Gift, given in our English Mulberry book. So students, let's start. Students, this chapter is about a young princess of China who helped her father and his mandarins to weigh an elephant, which was a gift from the King of India. Mandarin means clever people who helped the emperor. Students, today it is not at all unusual or shocking to see animals as a gift from different lands, but many centuries ago, when the mighty emperor of China received an elephant as a gift from the King of India, it was a very wondrous event for everyone, as they had never seen an elephant as a gift before. The royal court was full of excitement. Everyone was talking about the enormous creature. Enormous means very large creature, that is the elephant. And they wanted to know how much it could weigh. The emperor was also curious, but no scales in land was big enough to weigh such a huge animal. So there were no scales that were long enough that they could weigh the elephant. To everyone's surprise, the emperor's daughter knew the solution to their problem, but everyone chuckled at her. And later, they followed her when she told the solution. She asked them to put the elephant in a big boat and let the boat sink in water. She then asked them to mark the point on the boat where it sits right on the water and then bring the boat back to the shore and let the elephant off. So after marking the length till where the boat sinks in water, they will bring the elephant out of the boat. Then she asked them to gather a lot of stones and put them in the boat until it sinks to the same water mark. Line it had when the elephant was in it. Then take the stones out of the boat and weigh them one by one. That is how you can tell how much the elephant weighs. This is what the princess told them. Everyone applauded her. They praised her for her wisdom, and her fame traveled far and wide, and she was known to different parts of the land. Many people began to know her. So this was all about the story. Now students, let us quickly look at the word meanings. Number 1, invented. Invented means first made. Number 2, mighty. Mighty means very strong and powerful. Third, received. We received something that other people has sent to us. So received means got something that was sent for him. So in this story, the king received the elephant as a gift. Next, mandarins. Mandarins are the clever people who helped the emperor. So in this story, the mandarins helped the emperor. Next, word quickly spread. It means that everyone came to know about it. So it means everyone came to know. Next, enormous. Enormous means very large. Then curious. Curious means one who wants to know something. So the meaning would be wanting to know something. Next, scales. Scale is a tool for weighing people or things. So scale is a weighing tool. Next, tugged. Tugged means pulled something hard. Next, sturdy. Sturdy means something that will not break easily. And last, fame. Fame means to be known by many people, as the princess got fame at the last. Students, now we will read the sentences given below. The first sentence is, an emperor got a gift. So, emperor and gift are nouns in the given sentence. Next, I can't bring the gift inside. In this sentence, gift is a noun. Now students, what are these underlined words? See, when we pronounce the word emperor, it begins with a vowel sound, emperor. So, we use an before emperor. When we say gift, it begins with a consonant sound. So, we say a gift. And in the second sentence, we have used the word I can't bring the gift inside. So, we have used the before the noun gift because we are talking about a particular gift that the emperor got from the king of India. So when we are talking about a particular or a specific thing, person or animal, we use the before such nouns. Now, there is a short note about what indefinite articles are. See students, A and N are indefinite articles and they are used before any noun when the noun is not specific. For example, I climbed a tree in the garden. So, the person could climb at any tree because the tree is not specific or particular. So, we have written a before the noun tree. Definite article, the. It is used before a special noun, special or a particular noun. For example, I climbed the tree in the garden. So we are pointing to one particular tree and saying the sentence. So we have used the in the given sentence. A, an, and the are known as articles. Articles are the words that are used before nouns. So students, we put an article before a noun. For example, I have a uniform. So uniform is a noun and we have put an article a before the noun uniform. Next, the articles a and an are used for any person, place, animal or thing. So students, we can use a and n before any person, thing, place or animal, but we use the before specific nouns. Then next point, a goes before singular nouns that start with a consonant sound. Example, I have a uniform. So the noun uniform starts with a consonant sound. So we will use A in the given sentence. An goes before singular nouns that start with a vowel sound. So the nouns that begins with a vowel sound, we put an before those nouns. For example, I will eat an apple. So apple, it begins with a vowel sound. So we have put an before the noun apple. A and an do not go before uncountable nouns. So students, when we cannot count the noun, it is called an uncountable noun, and we do not use a or an before uncountable nouns. We use some. Let us see an example. I want some water. Because we cannot count water, we cannot say a water or two water. It is wrong. We cannot count water. So we will use some before the noun water. The article the is used for a definite person, place, animal or thing. Students, we use the before a definite or a particular noun. For example, I put the bread on the table. So we know that we are talking about one piece of bread, a slice of bread. And we are talking about a particular table. So I put the bread on the table. Next, we use the when we repeat a noun. We sometimes repeat a noun. For example, let us look at the example given below. I have a pen and a pencil. So we are saying that I have a pen and a pencil. Now in the second sentence, we are repeating the noun pen. So we will use the before the repeated noun. The pen is new. Now why have we used the here? Because we know that we are talking about a particular pen that belongs to me. So students, now let us move further. Now here is a question for you. Fill in the blanks with suitable articles, a, an, the or some. So you have to fill the given blank with suitable articles. This is for our practice. So let us discuss the answers. I want dash milk for my tea. See students, we have to use an article and article is used before the noun. So we will see the type of noun. The noun is milk. As milk is uncountable, so we will use some with the noun milk. Next, question number 2. I eat dash orange every morning. Students, we will find out the sound that orange begins with. Is it a consonant sound or a vowel sound? Orange. It is a vowel sound. So we will use an in the given sentence. Next, where are dash oranges that you bought from the market? So we are talking about some particular oranges because they were bought by someone and we are talking about those orange specifically. So we will use the in the given sentence. Now students, we are done with the chapter. We have revised the chapter. Now here is a small revision test for you. You have to do this in your Mulberry copies. First, you have to write the word meanings of these words. Number 1, mighty. You have to write what does mighty mean. Curious. Then you have to write the meaning of curious. Third, enormous. Fourth, mandarins. Fifth, tucked. Sixth, sturdy. Question number 2. Take the correct option. So here you have a statement and some options given to you. You have to take the correct option. Question 1. This story tells us how much an elephant weighs, that young people can also solve puzzles that grown-ups might find difficult, or that we must make bigger weighing scales. So students, you have to tick the option that the story tells us. Next, question number 2. The emperor first saw the elephant in his court, just outside his court, in a boat on the river. So you have to tick the correct option. That is the place where the emperor saw the elephant first. Now question number 3. Fill in the blanks with suitable articles. So here are some fill-ups given to you. You have to fill them with a suitable article. Dash B. Dash orange. Dash umbrella. Dash books. Now, students, there is question number 4. Circle the word that would come first if you search for it in a dictionary. So here are some words given to us. Let us look at the first question. See students, there are some words given to us. You have to circle the word that you would first see when you open a dictionary. Question number 2 and question number 3. I repeat the words. The question first has 3 words: side, scales, stones. Question 2, princess, picture, parrot. Third, bring, branch, break. Now question number 5. Answer the following questions. So here are some question answers. Number 1. What is that? I have never seen anything so big in all my life. It looks like a hill that has come to life and walked here. So in this story, we find these lines. Question 1. Who said these lines? So students, you have to answer. Who was the person who said these lines? Question 2. What was the person talking about? What is the person talking about in these lines? Number C. What did everyone want to know when they saw it? So when they saw the gift, what did everyone want to know? Next. Question number 2. Why do you think the boat went deeper into the water when the elephant was in it? Now question number 3. Why were the people in the story not able to use these scales to weigh the elephant? So why did they not weigh the elephant using these scales? So students, you have to answer all these questions and write the answers in your English Mulberry copies. Now here's a homework for you. You have to learn the chapter number 2 first. Then practice the questions given in the test and write them in your English Mulberry copy. I hope you have enjoyed this session. See you in next session.